Had him there for a second. Fine to shoot. Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Count the basket inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air.
Oh, ferocious slam inside. Deep three at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Grizzlies will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down. Have a look at the leading scores for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Pacers were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around.
Game track. Assists.
The Indiana Pacers struggled to play the angles and allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of this situation.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway.
Here we go, here we go.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Turner. Can't ask for more defensively. Miles Turner still finds a way.
Oh, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly...
Middle open. That's why you got your whole side to yourself. Whole side to yourself.
To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Here we go. My ball. That's my screen. Watch
The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Pacers have it. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Block up. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. T.J. Warren is going to get a chance at 3 here. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First free throw is good. Second and 3, got it.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
Hits all 3 free throws.
Hey, switch. I got him.
Miles Turner with a piece. Incredible. 6 tonight.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are.
And a throwdown.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To Oladipo. And takes it away.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
That's up, baby.
Count it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Substitution being made in this one. Look out, Devin Booker. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Oladipo. Scores from the post.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Pick up.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Yeah.
Here comes the screen.
Oh, you gotta work around the screen. You killing it.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. pulled down by Sabonis. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not going down here. Great feed. Sets it up. Oh, big finish at the rim.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. Oladipo. Runner here won't go down. Booker with it. His guys holding the big lead. Won't go down. Got a piece of it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Three in the key. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. And the finish. Slam dunk.
But we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second.
You open, baby. Shoot that. Shoot that.
Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Rejected.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Booker. Sabonis matched up with Howard. For three. Man, that was a tough shot.
And the game flow in the second half is completely different. Out of sight, out of mind. Way to recalibrate in the locker room and find your rhythm back on the court.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
From the painted area, won't go down. And the basket good at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Nothing going here on that drive. The shot, almost. Pacers control. Deep left corner. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down to help. Quick skip passes equal 3.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Count the bucket for two.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Pacers with the possession. Bad pass taken away by the Grizzlies. Deep right corner. To Howard. Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. To Brogdon. Not done. And a putback slam.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
No good, and no foul. To Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker. Missed it. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. It's Indiana basketball. He can't get past the defender. Fires the three, can't connect. Got a piece. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Got it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Grizzlies at the controls right now. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand. Defense, that will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Can't connect.
I got ball. I got ball.
That's going to be out of bounds. To Turner. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Victor Oladipo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Off the mark at the line. Slam dunk.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a four-point play.
The defender cannot be caught with his hand staying in the cookie jar. What I mean, contesting that pocket. You have to keep that hand going in and out, going in and out. Keep the offensive player thinking about where your hands are at all times.
Victor Oladipo with a chance at a four-point play. He's struggled so far. And he connects at the line.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
Desperation shot here from half court. 3 quarters complete. The Grizzlies have the lead. So the Pacers with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
And the denial.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
We got something. Push. Here we go.
Look out. Devin Booker. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Oladipo into the front court. The deficit is 6. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Into the front court. It's Booker. He'll run the offense. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Victor Oladipo is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And breaks it up.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Indiana with the basketball.
I'm here. I got ball.
To Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Indiana. To Turner. Shot clock violation. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Off the mark. Well contested.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Grizzlies own the basketball. A lot of contact, no whistle.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Oh, he blocked it. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. On the shot clock. Oh, nice swat. That one's going to be out of bounds. For 3, not easy.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have 2s when you can shoot 3s? Even on fast breaks, guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Yes, and the foul. And
good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7.
You got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Cut it.
To Oladipo. Lets it fly from long range. And Victor Oladipo. Quick catch and shoot that time for 3.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. From the painted area, won't go down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Curling inside. The screen sets him up for 2.
The defense should have picked up on that action. That's going to cost them.
The pass set it all up.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Hey, watch the screen left.
To Oladipo from long range. And Victor Oladipo can't fault the defender there. Hits the contested 3.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Five to shoot for Indiana. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. It's Grizzlies ball.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6.
I got him. Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Here comes the screen. The drive right to the basket. Shot from the lane won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Oladipo. Shot clock violation. Shot from in close, no good. To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Victor Oladipo. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
Miles Turner snatching it out of the air. 8 now.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. And counted at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Memphis with the rock. Here comes the screen. Drove the lane and finished strong at the hoop on that one.
No excuse to not be a little bit more physical there on the defensive end. Needed that stop.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Short jumper misses. Nothing going here on that drive. Memphis, they've got it. Knocked loose. Miles Turner tips it. 9 blocks.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Nothing going here on that drive. Cruises inside for 2. Now the Pacers going to use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. Now,
players think they can turn that switch on and off at their beckoning call, but it doesn't work that way. That's why coaches talk about practicing good habits on a daily basis, because they show up in the fourth.
time for some new personnel into the game. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down 3. Here's a chance from long range. How's this for a hot start? He's 5 of 5 from three-point range.
And I get mesmerized every time I watch him shoot. Great release, up and down, comes down in the same spot every time.
Knocked loose. Good look that time, but off the mark. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
And scores. Great body control, Jay, as he ran down the lane.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. And there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Runner's good there.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Pacers control. To Oladipo. Fires the 3. He has had the hot hand tonight. He's now 6 for 6 from beyond the arc.
And I say keep feeding him the ball. If he's not going to miss, let's make sure our offense centers around him.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. He won't get away with this one. Referee calls it intentional.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team. And at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. Whistle and a timeout for Memphis. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3. He throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hands. And now they'll wrap him up with the intentional foul. That'll be free throws with 16 seconds left.
Ed, what's that old saying? Ruffled feathers do not flock together? Well, actually, I just made that up. But what it means is that play will cause a little havoc. As designed, the team that uses it to galvanize as a unit will have the advantage.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot. Now whistle. And Indiana is going to use a timeout. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot?
Make it tough on him. Make it tough on him. Hey, clear out. I got this. Right.
15-footer for the win. At the buzzer. It's good. It's good. A fantastic finish. They've won it in the final seconds. This one to the Pacers as they just squeak. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pacers gave us one of the most exhilarating plays in all of sports. The buzzer beater. Great shot to win the game. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Indiana Pacers. The Grizzlies lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Indiana Pacers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.